Ladies, gentlemen, believers, hivelings, and everyone in between, I am your host, Isaac Bell, aka the Golden Warrior, aka the Golden Champion. If you hear my voice, that means one thing. That means you are listening to the Golden Report. And with me, as always, is the ruler of all hosts, Donovan Cartwright. How you doing, Donovan?
I am doing great. How about yourself?
I am good. I know you said you were looking forward to this, weren't we? You were looking forward to this today. I know I was.
I'm looking forward to this more than a fucked up old rebuilt Dodge.
All right. Now, before we get before we get into this, guess what came in the mail? Donovan and I already know, and I want these people to see it. My Kota Ibushi shirt finally came in the mail. Yep, and I love it. I love it.
Isaac, where did you order that from?
I ordered it from Pro Wrestling Tees. Got it at a good price too.
Yeah, unlike WWE shirts,
yeah,
they actually give you good quality material too.
Yep, it's 100% cotton. This here is 100% cotton. Very warm, very nice. Feels good. It's good. Also have this. I got an LIJ shirt, and I also got the OG Bullet Club logo shirt. So love it. So now that we got that out the way, where do you want to start, Donovan? Where do you want to start? Because we got plenty of stuff to cover. So where do you want to start?
I don't fucking even know, man. I'll be honest with you. There is like so much stuff with the cover. I mean, you've watched Masters of the Multiverse already, have you?
Yes, I watched that earlier today. Andrew Everett was on there. What were you going to say?
Wait, he still has a job with TNA?
Now, I want to say it's more indie than TNA, but you know how it goes.
So he's kind of like a freelancer. He's in and out, but mostly he's not in.
Yeah. So,
that's
actually...
because him and Trevor Lee were such a good pairing.
Oh, Trevor Lee just had a classic with ACH this past weekend at AAW.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So, 60 minutes. 60 minutes. Heard it was good.
No, I'm going to talk about that with Isaac because we do have a couple of things.
Do we have any questions already?
No. They just want to know what your opinion is WPW-wise. They really want Breon's opinion, but we're not going to get that today.
Yeah, we'll probably get into that on Friday. When
we don't have a show scheduled Friday with Breon.
Oh.
That's not a weekly show, Isaac. That's a special.
Right. Still. All right. So
somebody has a question. This is a serious question.
Okay.
Did you see the tweet with Brandy Rose where like Cody Rhodes says, "What a nice ass"?
Yes.
Did you see the tweet?
Yes, I saw the tweet.
Well, they just recently saw the retweet and all the comments to it. So they want to know: did you actually focus on the obvious Cody Rhodes focus, or were you focusing on what the fans were focusing on? Because we've got a lot of that was a clean dag. What a nice rail. What a beautiful sky. Just a bunch of people being ridiculous, and even Nick Jackson got in on some. He says, "I got to agree with the people, Cody. That really is a nice view." And then he says, "But I don't think Brandy being in it really impacts the view too much." And when he said impacts, he actually hashtag impact. So there might be some kind of inside reference there. I don't know, but that's what he's referencing as Nick Jackson post. Did you? I don't think anybody's still reading the fucking post.
I don't think so either. Oh wait, no, that's UK. Never mind. I'm really freaking out right now. But
Oh, go ahead, dude. Do you not know where you want to start the direction of this ship?
No, I do, but it's like, so I actually do. So as far as Impact goes, while we're on the topic of Impact Wrestling, tomorrow, here's what we can look forward to. Jordan Grace.
Answer the question.
I'm sorry.
Answer the question.
Oh, right, about
Do
the.
you think that there's anything inside of the joke that was we're talking to Cody about Impact?
No. No.
Because he hashtagged Impact when he said Impact and then apostrophe S.
I don't think so. I don't think there was anything behind that.
I think the only thing that would be anything resembling that would be an appearance by Jericho.
Yeah. I don't think there's any. Not that Cody's words doesn't have any merit to it, but I don't think there's any merit to that.
No, that was Nick Jackson.
I don't think so. Either way, I don't. Yeah, I think that was just coincidence. Although I really don't believe coincidence. I don't think there's any. Like I said, I don't think there's any true merit to that. You know what I mean?
Okay, they're just trolling. They're just like trolling the troll like they've been doing.
Yeah, that's what I think that was. So,
we'll answer that question in a minute. Isaac's going to start when he finishes Impact, and then I will ask him the question.
Okay, so Impact. This week on Impact, it's set to be good. Eli Drake is facing Tommy Dreamer in a one-on-one match, which I'm pretty sure is going to get extreme because it's Impact Wrestling.
How does that fit into his suing the company for unsafe working environments angle?
I'm not sure
let's throw Tommy Dreamer in there because he's the most unsafe guy we have.
Well, no, because I think it's because he cut a promo one week. He cut a promo, and he said that he was talking about how the new era is like better than the hardcore era, and then Tommy Dreamer came out there and got into it with them, and then it's hard to explain, to be honest with you.
Why is Eli Drake even wasting his time feuding with Tommy Dreamer?
I don't know. I don't think he's feuding with Tommy. I think it's more setting up his feud with Abyss so they can cap that off. Because I'm pretty sure, I'm 80% sure it's gonna lead. This whole thing is gonna lead to a match between Abyss and Eli Drake at Homecoming. I'm 80% sure.
So you think it's gonna end with Tommy Dreamer giving Eli Drake a ticket?
You mean like he did with Eddie Edwards, or?
No, he didn't give Eddie Edwards a ticket. We're talking about Tommy Dreamer giving him a ticket to the ball.
What? Oh, Monsters Ball?
Monsters Ball.
Yeah, there. Oh, man.
Chris actually shot that promo in an independent show. You never saw that promo.
No, I wouldn't say it's before my time. I just haven't seen it. There's a difference.
No, it's not, because it was at the end of EC3's TNA run.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not before my time. I would say this before my time, but that'd be a lie. I just haven't seen it. There's a difference.
No. Dude, this is how much I love Impact. I'm actually a huge fan of Abyss. I love the fact that he can go from being like a monster character to being Joseph Park. That's talent, man. That's character talent.
And then what else is going on?
And the bad part, Joseph Park actually looks like an older, overweight lawyer.
What's going on? Drake versus Dreamer. Taya Valkyrie is debuting Wera Loca. I gotta see. I feel like that's one of those things I gotta see to figure out exactly what it is. And then
you know what Taya Valkyrie should debut?
What?
Somebody else getting a Knockouts title shot?
Yeah, probably. Then what else? Jordan Grace is facing Katrina again. I assume Katrina wants a rematch. And then the Rascals are debuting. The Rascals are the team of Desmond Xavier, Zachary Wentz, and Trey. And bear with me. I'm trying to look for the third guy. It's Desmond.
Whoa! They're actually debuting in Impact?
Yes.
I actually know who these guys are. Happy fucking day!
Yeah.
They were on my. If you guys remember, I did a poll for my co-host and for you guys. and the Rascals were actually on there. I don't remember which tag team champions they were, but they were on the list of people that could potentially face.
Who's the third guy? It's Zachary Wentz, Desmond Xavier, and who's the third fucking guy?
I can't remember his name.
It's Trey something. God damn
I know who it is. It's Trey something, but I can't.
It's Trey something. I feel bad because I don't know. Bear with me, people. I know, like, it's Trey something. Zachary Wentz, Desmond Xavier. Where are these dickheads? Trey Miguel. Holy crap. There we go. Zachary Wentz, Desmond Xavier, and Trey Miguel. Hey.
But, question. These guys are debuting on Impact, and they were a possible match for Golden Warrior and Midas. What's your opinion?
Bring it. I'd face them. We're open to face it. Midas.
No. I mean, I'm sure you and Midas did research on all of your potential opponents.
Right. We did.
We were actually going to talk about that in a little bit. But go ahead, Isaac. Go ahead and continue. I was just taken back. Like, I didn't know they were going to debut. I didn't get to watch Impact last week.
Well, no, it was a Thanksgiving episode, so you wouldn't have.
Yeah, but they announced stuff for this week, and I didn't know they were showing up.
Yeah, and then so that's that news. What else is going on? So we can get World Tag League out the way because there are two other things, but I want to save them for the end when we cover a lot more news. Because we're about to jump into WVPW, so we can get that out the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot of news today. Like, I'm not even playing.
Yeah. Then, so here are the current results for Tag League. Sonata and Evil, Killer Elite Squad, and Ishii and Yano are tied at 8. They're tied for first at 8 points. What's up, James and Anthony? The Gorillas of Destiny, Finjuice.
What's up, Hill Heat?
The Gorillas of Destiny, Finjuice, The Best Friends, Taichi and Zack Sabre Jr., and Hangman and Yujiro are all tied at 6. Michael Elgin and Cobb, Minoru Suzuki and Iizuka, and Tenzan and Kojima are tied at 4. Togi Makabe, Tohanare, and Yuji Nagata and Manabu Nakanishi are tied at 2. Ayato Yoshida and Shota Umino have 0 points. So, yeah. So that's the current standings for Tag League. I'm like 85% sure. I don't, because mind you, Shota's still technically he's still a young lion, but I don't see them. I mean, if they do score over somebody, I'm pretty sure they're going to get a post-match beatdown afterwards. I don't know, because of the upset, depending on the team they face. So.
If it's Minoru Suzuki, since he's a young lion,
yeah,
Minoru Suzuki has the real-life ability of young lion Rampage.
Yeah, he will. Yeah, he's dead. So, but that's the current Tag League results. Yeah, let's here. The other two pieces of news that I really want to cover are I want to save them for the end so we can get out the big long stuff out of the way first. So I imagine, is there a lot for WVPW? I imagine there is.
No, I want to get that out of the way because we did have another question, and
yeah, I'm asking if there's not a lot because like these other two things I want to cover, I'm like really excited to cover. So that's why I'm asking.
World Tag League really wasn't anything because
no, not World Tag League, something else. It's about Ring of Honor and something else involving Tag League, but it's not about Tag League.
Yeah, because I'll let you get your big golden stories. I like because all of mine are like bronze and silver stories. They're not as good as gold.
So you want me to go ahead and take care of these?
No. I want to get WVP.
Okay, let's go.
The first thing. Okay. So Isaac is up to date because he hasn't been watching WVPW.
Right.
You know, I need to update you. So I should have did that before the show. So Monday, Imai, has been doing that open challenge every Monday and Saturday.
Yeah, how's that been working out?
He's been winning every single match. Remember, he's now earned the title of Legend Killer because he's at least defeated 5 legends.
Right.
Minoru Suzuki, Magic Pony. It's a veteran, so I don't want to hear it. The Alpha Chris Jericho, Nighthawk, and Jack Crisp are all on his Legends Fallen list.
That's amazing.
And he's been winning his open challenges, so he issued an open challenge.
Okay, who answered it?
Next thing we did was we heard the familiar theme hit, and out comes Ricky Mass
Ooh.
to accept the challenge. Not for the title. They had a hell of a match. Tori was honored me with the privilege of having him co-commentating for that.
Really?
It's fun. We had a good women's match Monday, Miss Fear versus Coco, which, usually Heated has the better card because there's always more going on, but the Golden Powers are I guess it's where the Golden Powers go as well. Because everybody's kind of center-folded around Madness right now. Kind of like a brand thing, where the main title focus goes to whatever brand you're on. So anyways, they put on a hell of a match. Ricky Mass, being the Twitter champion, is not going to challenge for the Facebook title.
Aww.
But he made the statement that said, I should have a good... now that I've defeated you, I should have a good say in who your next opponent should be. And he also said, Golden Warrior, Macho Savage, I want you to take a good look at that match and then tell me where I belong.
Huh.
And I'm not kidding you. It is a match that was definitely main event caliber. It was the main event of Madness. It's Imai's first main event, subtitle defense. And Ricky Mass came out and won the match.
Well, you know what that means. This is, what kind of rules we live in. Where we live in says, you beat the champ. You got yourself a title shot.
It doesn't quite work that way when it's champion versus champion.
Oh, well, still. Still, I mean...
Yeah, but he said he gets a good thing. But the thing is he just beat somebody who was actually at the front of the line to face you next. And he's not looking for a shot at you. He's not looking for a shot at the champ. He says that he should have the claim, and you don't have a say over it. He should be able to state who faces Imai next, and he's looking for acknowledgement for the Golden Powers in the Savage Army.
So Imai wants in.
No, not Imai. We're talking about Ricky Nash.
Oh, right. So
Imai. Basically, all Imai had to do was keep winning until Season's Beatings, which is next Sunday, and he would be in. He would be your next number one contender.
That sounds like fun.
He hasn't been doing it as long as some of them, and he's already up there with the rest of them.
I knew there was something wrong with Fortnite.
What?
No. I mean, Imai is he's definitely making waves. I'll give him that. I'll give credit where credit is due. So, I mean, the fact that he's made it this far is pretty incredible.
This is twice now that Imai has been one step away from being your number one contender.
And what's happened both times? Somebody's beaten him?
Well, the first time was when we were going into that 8-man battle royal. He would have been person number 9.
Okay.
He lost to Jack Crisp in the Facebook title rematch, but he won it back. Then he lost to Chris Jericho. Well, he lost to Chris Jericho at Season's Beatings when he was going to come back. Then he beat Jericho for his title defense. and he's been winning since. He always loses a match, which is the one match away from ending his stuff and being the dominant champion. To be able to use that option C option. You know, he hasn't been here as long as a lot of these other guys, and he's already made a lot of waves. He's just not securing the final spot. I mean, you would know about that. You were in that position once yourself.
Right. Yeah. Man, those were fun times.
But he's actually very dominant very quickly, kind of like, I don't know, a young Randy Orton.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
Comes out dancing, parading, and then when the match starts, he's just full throttle, A-grade, vicious.
It's kind of weird, to be honest with you. You know, it's like looking at a weird mirror.
Well, it's kind of like having a Kurt Angle in the ring. You can be as fucking silly and random as you want out of the ring, but once the match starts, you're focused.
Right.
You get up. You never let up. You know, like his TNA theme. So yeah, that's Imai. That's Imai. We're delving into Imai, but I have to fill you in. But Ricky Mass beat Imai. He knows he doesn't want a title shot at Imai. He doesn't want a title shot at you. That he's declared. He said he doesn't want one at you at the moment. But he does want one acknowledgement from the Golden Powers and the Savage Army, because his goal is still the same, to get in. And the thing is you've got Carbon Fiber Man, Matthew Audet, and Mitt all injured right now.
Really?
Yes, it's just you and Midas. Monday there was a handicap match. You got eliminated. Midas fought them into the time limit draw. They surrounded. Then all four members of the militia surrounded Midas. The lights went out and then came back on, and Midas was gone. And instead of Midas, they got Ricky Mass attacking them off guard. You know, you got the big man in the ring. So he obviously made the save before Midas could get injured.
I see.
The dude's been constantly helping the Golden Powers. He showed up for a tag match, so it wasn't a handicap match, and injured one of the militia. He injured the freak. So what I'm saying is this is the second week in a row, and the third time in a row he's had the Golden Powers back. He did make an interesting point. When the Smooth Riders were the absolute vile scum of the earth, he was the one member of the Savage Army that was willing to come out and have 2 matches and team up with you guys to take them out. He wasn't comfortable with the savage beatdown they were getting, and he had a savage in his name, but he was comfortable with beating the crap out of those Smooth Riders.
Huh.
Because they served as a problem for both. But since him and the Savage King have had their falling out, and Savage King also lost Dakota Ibushi last week, it's just basically, it's not disrespectful. It just said since basically the Savage Army is kind of hitting rock bottom at that moment, pun intended.
Rock bottom. I'm such a child.
Hey, you want me to go ahead and just get the whole pun out there? The Savage Army's hit rock bottom! Rock bottom! My God, they've hit rock bottom! There you go.
You glad you got that out of your system?
Yeah, I had never have an excuse to get that Attitude Era phrase out of my system. I feel like that was a good time. It was worth it. That was nostalgic and funny. But anyways, look, here's the thing. Ricky Mass has been trying to get into Golden Powers.
He has been trying.
He just wants to be,
He has been trying very hard, and it hasn't gone unnoticed. I am a fair. I am a fair man. But I'm a guy who.
And he said that he said the truth. He wants in the Golden Powers, but what he really wants is to get back in the Savage Army because they are falling right now. He says the Golden Powers doesn't need me. They're good. They need my help. They don't need me. He said the Savage Army needs me because since I was kicked out, they have not been doing anything like we were.
Okay, so
he said, and he says Breon can only give the we're just gonna have to pick ourselves back up speech so many times before it just sounds like a script. His goal is to get back in the Savage Army to help fill in the missing piece that is not filled.
So I've said this before. Because I am not in charge of the Savage Army. That's something you have to go to.
But you are in charge of the Golden Powers.
Right. Now, with that, because you want in so bad, like we've done before, considering, I'd say I want to believe he's earned his way in. I want to believe that.
Well, it's like this. You have no say about the Savage Army. You can confer with the Savage King all you want. Whether or not the dude's trustworthy is up to you. But he did save Midas's ass.
I'm going to talk with Midas. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk with Midas. I'm going to sit down with other members of... I'm going to sit down with Midas and talk to him with us being tag team partners. I'm going to talk to Jihad, see what he thinks we should do.
You've already got his opinion. He says yes.
Okay.
You take every MVP you can get.
So
that's
the
another
one
title to the collection.
So the one thing I
what
need...
Jihad cares about is collecting gold.
So one thing I need to talk to the Savage King. See if he will go for it.
This one is not to do with the Savage King. He wants in the Golden Powers, that's your play. He wants in the Savage Army, that's his play. And he's made it quite clear. Whether he's in the Savage Army or not is going to be Breon's say. You have to say whether he's in the Golden Powers. And we've got the statement, Midas appreciated the save. It was a necessity with all the injuries that the militia's doling out. Because Crazy D is just injuring one person after the other, destroying the Golden Power single-handedly. It's all been Crazy D. It was going to take more than just Crazy D to injure Midas, though. Midas, he's a veteran. He's done the giving in to those ones before.
Soon.
This isn't Midas's first incarnation of the Golden Powers. This is his second incarnation of the Golden Powers. They took over a wrestling company and named it World Golden Powers Wrestling. So wow. That ain't the first time he's played this song and dance.
I'd say that's unnerving, but
Midas is a crazy. Midas says, "You guys can shut the bullshit because I've been there. I've done what you're doing now. I've been there and done that. I can appreciate what you're going for here. You're trying to rattle the champion by taking away all of his allies and hurting him before the match. Because you got no allies, and he's by himself. I get it. Midas goes on to say that I appreciate you know, some of you hungry younger guys wanting to make a name for yourself. I made plenty of names off of the headstones I made on my way to the top.
You have laid down a lot of headstones too. You really have.
That's not even WBPW. That's back in Global Powers Wrestling, Golden Powers Wrestling. And Midas laid down a lot of tombstones before that. Midas can appreciate, and he understands where Ricky Mass is coming from. The dude lost his way. He says, and this is wrestling. If nobody else is willing to give this guy a chance, he's going to end up going to the Smooth Riders because he ain't got no choice. They're the only ones that are more than willing to take it. And Midas says we don't need another potential top level talent in the Smooth Riders because they're all about self-serving ego something.
Exactly.
Or says we're not at war with them, but we don't like their style. He says we definitely don't want another big guy on the side of the militia.
You're right.
He says then they're going to start looking like Team Lesnar from that Survivor Series.
Yeah, that was a weird Survivor Series.
That was Vince McMahon's wet dream.
It really was. It really was, though.
He's just like, we don't want him going to the militia of the Smooth Riders. And Midas says, at this point, we want belts. He says, as the former and the original co-founder of the Golden Powers, he says, we want belts. That was the goal. I joined so we could have gold. Because you can't beat Golden Powers without gold.
That's true.
Gold, he has a strap.
That is very true.
He took the former version of it away from Aleister Black and has not lost that strap. He says whether or not that he loses it come up season's meeting, that's up to him. But he says we need all. He says if we have a chance to sign this guy, if we have the exclusive chance to get this guy in the Golden Powers.
What's up, James? James sends his regards from Raleigh. Actually, James, later we're probably going to need your opinion on something, but although probably already know what you're going to say, so.
Yeah, and look at that. Isaac.
Yes.
Midas's opinion is you want to sign the man, sign the man. Midas says, I'm not the leader of the Golden Powers. I'm just one of the co-founders.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to make it right now, plain and simple right now. He's in, all right? We're going to bring him in probationary, which means he's day-to-day, week by week. All he has to do is keep winning. Keep winning, and if we see any sign of betrayal or anything like that, or if he says, "Oh, I'm gonna take over" or whatever, you're done. He's gone. We will do to him what we had him do to AC Smooth.
And he ain't got no backup.
Exactly. You'll be on your own. So yeah. So he's in.
But he wants to make it quite clear. He's only joining temporarily until he can get what he's really after.
Which is getting back in the Savage Army.
Yeah, that's what.
Well, I'm telling you, if he gets in here, he's with us, obviously. So don't try and like.
His big reservation is, you know what he wants. There's no hidden agenda there.
If there is, you're dead. Well, not dead, but you're gone. You're done. You're done. Like, for good.
He said there's only one other thing that he wants from the Golden Powers.
What is that?
He says, and that's not anything to do with being with the Golden Powers.
What is that?
That big strap.
He wants a title.
He says, every member of the Golden Powers, except Midas, wants that title.
So he wants a title shot. So yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You know what he wants to do to earn it?
What?
Option C.
So he wants to cash in. So I take it he's my next opponent. Is that what you're saying?
He's a potential. He has to win at Caesar's beatings.
Okay. So if he wins the season's beatings, he's cashing in his option C for my belt.
Yeah, he's one of 4 people. He's one of 4 people that can cash in.
Okay.
Would you like me to go down the list of people?
Nah, I take it Ebi, Ricky Bass, and whoever has the other 2 belts. How many belts are there?
Yep. Your own manager, Jihad, who says he was going to wait.
Well, good luck. Good luck. That's all I got to say. Good luck.
He was just going to wait.
So, yeah. Oh, for God's sake. Donovan.
Thank you, Facebook.
Yeah.
And Cerebellum Assassin.
Right. Fun. This is fun.
They're all dominant in their own right.
Title shots.
Yeah, because every champion is dominant enough to use option C.
Yeah.
It's just that when the option C, because there's no other contender after Crazy D. Option C allows them to cash in for a title shot.
Well, he's going to do it. Well, he's got to win first. They all have to win. They have to keep their belts.
But that's not to do with being against you. That's to do with, that's the title.
Right. Right.
And he's already said that he'll have your back. If he's your number 1 contender, he'll have your back.
Yeah, well, you know what?
And not the what?
You know what title? You know what gold does to people? Makes them crazy. I've seen it.
No.
Makes them jealous.
Being in the Golden Powers makes people crazy. Look at Jack Crisp and Crazy D.
Yeah. Well, they were crazy in their own right anyway. So what else is there? Oh, by the way, I got a comment from James. He says, "I'm glad Asuka earned her shot, and Becky was right. Charlotte always getting things handed to her. In my opinion, Bex retains." I had a feeling he was going to say that. So yeah.
Yeah, we covered that.
So anything else regarding WVPW?
No, that's it.
All right. Well, first of all, 3 days ago, I want to give a belated shout out to the voice of Impact Wrestling, Josh Matthews. He celebrated a birthday 3 days ago, which I had no idea. And
I did.
I think, is it Tanahashi's birthday this month too?
I think so.
Well, anyway, so it's funny. The reason why I've been looking at this tweet for like the past 10 minutes, and it's funny, it's because it says happy birthday, Impact Wrestling. It's on Instagram. It says happy birthday to the voice of Impact Wrestling at Josh Matthews. And then Killer Cross responded by saying happy birthday at Josh Matthews, and thank you for never testifying against me in court for the things you've seen me do to people live in the ring and backstage. So yeah, that's that's great. Also, in more news, a recent tweet from Rosemary, she said the mechanic casts pain, but his rebuild efficiency cannot be denied. Hashtag soon. It will be the hashtag demon assassin that spreads pain and violence to our enemies. Hashtag want take half. Hashtag Demon Bunny at Impact Wrestling at Demon Bunny. Also, there was a poll cast recently on Impact Wrestling, on the Impact Wrestling page, it said, who do you think should return? Who would you like? It was like, who would you like to see? Or say, who do you think should return at Homecoming? It had Austin Aries, Jeff Jarrett, Rosemary, I think James Storm, and one other person I can't think of right now. 61% of the vote when I voted. I didn't. I did see the final results, but 61% of the vote went to guess who?
Cowboy.
No, actually, he got like 16% of it. Austin Aries got 6% of the vote, which was a little generous, if you ask me. No, Rosemary got 61% of the vote. I didn't see the final score, but she got 61% of it. So that's that's great to me. That's awesome. So what else is going on? Anyway, more news. Now let's get back into some good news. By the way, I'm not sure if this is possible, but while watching Masters of the Multiverse, Courtney Rush was trying to walk a cat. Like she had the cat on a leash. She tried to walk a cat. She had the cat on a leash. I know that's not unnormal, but I've just never seen that. I've never seen that. It's kind of weird, but I'm like, you know what? It's whatever at the same time. But it's not as weird as that. All right, so my buddy of mine has a lizard. He has a bearded dragon, and he bought a leash for it. So when I was at his house and he was dying, and we were dying because I'm like, how are you gonna walk this thing around your neighborhood? We just thought it was the absolute greatest thing ever, and it was because it was just so funny. Anyway, so back to this news. For the final 3 days of Tag League, this is when announced today, earlier this morning, Excalibur is going to join the New Japan broadcast team for the final days of Tag League. It's going to be, so that means he's going to be joining Kevin Kelly for this. It's going to be on the 6th. He's going to start on the 6th, the 7th, and end on the 9th. This is the post he put on Twitter. He said,
Excalibur is in the guy who helped co-founded PWG.
As in the guy who was one of the members of the calling team for All In next to Ian Riccaboni and Don Callis. That Excalibur. Donovan? Yeah. So yeah.
Excalibur, I know who he is.
Yeah. Here's what he tweeted. He said, "It's been a long time dream of mine to commentate for New Japan. I am super excited to be joining the booth-shaped booth when it really is just a table. It's really just a table behind a metal railing that literally does nothing to protect them. With Kevin Kelly for the last 3 nights of World Tag League. Says thanks to everyone for the support." So, he will also be. And Chris Charlton. In addition, Chris Charlton, the author of the recent book Eggshells that details the history of wrestling at the Tokyo Dome, announced that he will be part of the Wrestle Kingdom 13's English commentary team. So I imagine it's going to be Kevin, Excalibur, and Don Callis. Or unless I'm reading that wrong and it's Chris Charlton, Kevin, and Don. Oh no, I'm gonna have to wait for that one. So yeah, he still does he continues to do. He's the founder of one of the founders of PWG, and he still does commentary for PWG on all the shows. So love it.
I'm pretty sure New Japan is making relationships with them. You know who I would love to see in New Japan?
Who?
Adam Mayhem.
That'd be great. Speaking of what, I was about to get into that. Your boy Adam Mayhem is fun. I love this. I follow him on Twitter. His Twitter is fun. It is very fun. Like,
He is one of a kind.
Yeah, like I was like I told you about one of the interactions. I didn't have any interaction with him, but one of the things I saw was he when before Takeover War Games, he was talking about the promo Kairi Sane did where she says she lost her treasure and she opens the case and it's empty. And he said he tweeted that he felt genuinely sad for Kairi, and he said, "Give it back." He put hashtag Give It Back Shayna, and I was like, "This dude is wonderful. This dude is absolutely great." And he even responded to a tweet by Cody Rhodes that said, "Where I'm looking for the best male and female independent wrestlers," and he commented, he says, "Well, I have been told that I'm great," and I'm like, wow, I like this guy. Then he recently posted a GIF of Muhammad Ali that was Muhammad Ali saying, "I'm the king of the world." So, yeah, your friend is great. Your friend is absolutely wonderful.
I wouldn't say he's a friend. He's just a long-time listener. He's been like a listener of the show since like way back.
Yeah, he's awesome. Adam Mayhem is awesome. You heard it here first.
One of his running shticks is that he does for everybody is like he keeps the running shtick he has with Matthew Audet is now that they're not feuding is that he has to go to every company he's in and ask them for their business card because he needs to pay some of his overseas expenses.
James says sad news about Kairi Sane. Is it that she's still like sick or whatever? Because last I just saw her Twitter, it says she's better. I don't know how much better, but I just heard she was better.
NXT Women's Champion better.
Yeah. Hand, foot, and mouth disease. I swear that sounds made up. Every time I see that, it sounds made up. Like, that can't be a real thing, but it is.
Dude, they're just naming shit at this point, and it's just ridiculous names.
No, because when I hear that, it's like, I know it's real, but I'm like, that name, like, you can't do a better name than that? Is that what you're talking? Yeah, James, you're talking, yeah, he said, yeah, that's what, I know she's got that disease, hand, foot, and mouth disease, so shout out to Kairi Sane, hope you get better. Sending you all our love and well wishes to that.
Maybe when she's better, we can get like Eric Bischoff's old Raw theme where he comes up, "I'm better than ever."
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
That was not a troll. Like, no, I really do feel bad. I really hope that she gets pushed when she gets back.
Yeah.
I'm going to be sad if they don't push her.
Whew. Okay, so anyway, this was announced 2 days ago. This is from WrestlingInc.com. Final Battle. Ring of Honor Final Battle is shaping up, first of all, to be great already because of just Zack Sabre Jr. versus Jonathan Gresham has been announced. Flip Gordon versus Bully Ray in an I Quit match has been announced. By the way, that first match is Zack Sabre Jr.'s Ring of Honor debut. He even took to Twitter and said, "Took you long enough." He said something on the lines of "Took you long enough, Ring of Honor." You're getting Cody versus Jay Lethal for the Ring of Honor World Championship. And this was just announced. It is going to be a ladder war. Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky, a.k.a. SCU. The Briscoes and the Young Bucks are going to be in a Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship ladder war. That's right. So it's been announced. So this was announced. It's going to be on. It's in the Hammerstein Ballroom in Final Battle, December 14th. I'm really looking forward to this. It says neither the Bucks nor the
epic.
Yeah. So it's because of the fact that SCU are the tag team champions. So after they won the titles last month from the Briscoes, at Glory by Honor 14 in Philadelphia. The Bucks and the Briscoes had a tag team match, had a number one contenders match that I'm going to assume either ended in no DQ or, ended in a DQ or no contest. So, huh?
No contest. I watched it.
Okay, so it was a no contest. What happened? Somebody attack him or what?
No, they just both teams were down.
Noted. Well, then that's how. So there you go, and then no contest. So SCU came out there and announced for a ladder war. So here is what the card looks like now. We're getting Jonathan Gresham versus Zack Sabre Jr. in Zack Sabre Jr.'s debut in Ring of Honor. Matt Taven versus Dalton Castle.
Great match.
Marty Scurll versus Christopher Daniels in a right to future basically a number one contenders match for a future Ring of Honor World Title match. Flip Gordon versus. Say what?
Somebody said a right to censor match.
Flip Gordon versus Bully Ray in an I Quit match. That should be good. You're getting the ladder war, of course. SCU are the current champions versus the Young Bucks versus the Briscoes. Jeff Cobb versus Hangman Adam Page for the Ring of Honor World TV Championship.
That's going to be a good match.
I hope I don't butcher her name. Sumi Sakai, Madison Rain, Karen Q, and Kelly Klein or Jenny Rose in a four-corner survival match for the Ring of Honor Women of Honor Championship. And then Jay Lethal versus Cody in a Ring of Honor World Title is the main event. So, I'm not going to sit here and say this card is stacked, but the card is stacked. It's pretty stacked.
This feels like a New Japan show, man.
Exactly, like minus all the. This feels like a New Japan show minus all the like tag team matches that don't mean anything. Not that they don't mean anything, but like
that bullshit. They mean a lot.
So yeah, these. We may have to do predictions for this show. Like, screw it. I'm gonna call it. We're gonna do predictions for this.
We will.
So yeah.
I'm excited.
Because this.
Are those the two things you really want to discuss?
Yeah, because I really want to discuss that about Ladder War because I watched the most recent. I watched like two. I haven't seen all of the Ladder Wars, but the two Ladder Wars I have seen. I saw Kevin Steen versus El Generico, and that was nuts. And then I remember the Motor City Machine Guns versus Bad Influence versus the Young Bucks in Ladder War. That was Ladder War 6. So I imagine the other four were just as crazy. So really looking forward to this. It is a ladder war, not just a ladder match. It's a ladder war where it's essentially tables, ladders, and chairs. And it's just mayhem. It's just pure mayhem. They make the ladder wars that I've seen make some of the TLC matches in WWE look weak. Just saying.
Yeah, because we don't have to oversaturate a match with fucking necessary ladder spots.
Right. Like the spots just like
essentially is.
Go ahead.
WWE has established the fact that you have to have 15 ladder spots in that.
Yeah. But with ladder wars, don't get me wrong. There are spots in ladder wars that are pretty nuts. But the thing about them is like they kind of come natural, versus as forced. You see what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Like watching the last Ladder War, like watching Ladder War 6, which was great. It was like watching everything flow together. It's like, okay, well, let's go here, or let's let's do all this other stuff. It wasn't like, okay, you have to put this guy. Okay, somebody has to go through a table right here. Okay, somebody's got to go through a ladder right here. No, everything just flowed. The Young Bucks won that match, by the way. So, great match. Great match. If you haven't seen it,
I love how the fans were chanting Ladder War before we ever got it.
I know. So yeah. So this is going to be a good card. This is going to be a good card. Great way to end the year. Should be. I don't know if it'll hold me over until Wrestle Kingdom. It might, but we'll have to see.
What about Golden Warrior versus Crazy D?
That too. So we'll see.
You think that's going to be a good match?
I think it would be. I think it will be. Not as good as Tanahashi versus Omega, but it's going to be good. That match is going to be great in itself. Like, I wish Wrestle Kingdom would get here closer, but it's going to be good. So, all right, what other news do you have? Those are my bits. What news do you have?
Oh, buddy, I got some news. Doctor, give me the news. Dr. Death, Steve Williams, reporting on news. I'm going to put somebody through a cage.
Okay. Is that all?
No. I'm actually pulling up the news. It's just I have a lot of fan comments I'm going through too.
Do we have any questions before we go any further?
No, we covered the questions. I should cover them. Okay. Okay. So we're just going to cover like all three of these. What is today? 28th. So we'll go back to the 26th. No. Yeah, we'll just go back to the 20th. Yeah, we'll just cover the last 3 days. I don't really see you having a problem with the news here.
No, why not?
Okay. One of the news is that Becky Lynch, for some reason, some unearthly reason, has still not been cleared to wrestle.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's this according to?
Yet. So James, this is what I wanted to run by you. For some reason, your girl, Queen Becky, has still not been cleared to wrestle.
That's weird.
Although it is confirmed she is for TLC.
So she is going to be at TLC's.
Yeah. But she's not cleared to wrestle as of this week.
That's weird. Like, huh? I mean, it's fair, but huh.
Becky's begging them to put her back in the ring.
Oh no, I know she is. I would be too. I'll tell you, I don't blame her. She has every right to be angry. She's every right to want to get back in. Like, for real. Like, I don't blame her.
Nia Jax had no business getting involved in that match to start with.
Yeah, no. But I mean, hey, I guess that's how you get rewarded. You injure somebody, and then you get pushed.
No, that's not why she's getting pushed. She's getting pushed because she's somehow related to The Rock.
Right. Oh, forgot that. What's wrong with you? Crazy.
If you're related to The Rock, you're going to get pushed.
Right. Huh. Weird. So, what other news do you have?
James did comment?
No, I haven't. He hasn't commented yet. But like he said, I don't know if James heard it again. James, Becky is still not cleared to wrestle, but she will be. She is confirmed for TLC, but not cleared to wrestle, which is again is weird. But
As of this week, she's not cleared to wrestle. She could be back next week.
Yeah. So you just got to keep our eyes open for that.
Apparently, Dolph Ziggler is suffering a minor foot injury, which is why Dean Ambrose didn't come out. Which explains why Dean Ambrose didn't cost him. He has a foot injury, and they're having him take it a little easier, even though the match is more or less the match of the night for Raw.
Hang on. What now? Dolph is injured, you said?
Dolph has a very minor foot injury.
Okay.
He did wrestle Monday. He had it apparently prior. And yeah, that's it. It's just been reported that he was complaining about some pains in his foot.
No, but you said, I'm saying, what is...
Injury. Huh?
I'm saying, what does him getting injured have to do with
apparently, it's being reported the reason that Dean Ambrose didn't interfere is because they wanted Seth Rollins to go over cleanly because Dolph is injured.
Okay. Still can't find the logic behind that, but okay.
Because Dolph is injured and they're not going to put him in a heavy match like Seth with him go full throttle.
Okay. All right. That's...
And speaking of Seth Rollins, WWE apparently had enough faith in him and Dolph to put on a match to where they can have Dean and Seth go over cleanly.
Why not? It's Dolph and Seth. They're like two of the best workers in the company.
John Cena Pokeball.
Right.
But
Still.
Apparently they do have faith in or Seth.
So what else you got?
The Wrestling Observer notes that WWE is going to have two separate production crews in Raw and SmackDown in 2019.
I'm sorry, say it one more time.
There will be two separate production teams for Raw and SmackDown.
Really?
Starting in 2019.
Okay.
Kevin Dunn will be the head of the SmackDown production team.
Isn't he already?
No, he's not. Well, he's the head production guy now. But apparently, reports say that Shane McMahon has more creative say on SmackDown as Vince has more creative say on Raw. And Shane McMahon since they're going to Fox, they're going forward with letting Shane operate the show creatively.
Mm-hmm.
And as one of the main writers.
Mm-hmm.
And Fox wants them to have their own exclusive production team.
Okay.
This is according to the Wrestling Observer. And Shane McMahon is pulling for Kevin Dunn. And according to these reports, Kevin Dunn is really good friends with Shane McMahon, and Vince trusts Kevin Dunn for their Fox deal. There's reports that there's a high chance that Kevin Dunn will be heading the SmackDown production team. This might be a trial run for Kevin Dunn. As of who's going to be running the Raw production team, it just says Vince McMahon has some idea. Vince McMahon and Stephanie have some ideas of who in mind they might have for that.
Oh boy.
Well, I mean, Kevin Dunn's been around a long time, and he's Vince's head production guy, and he does a pretty good job. There's a lot of camera glitches and things that are mistimed, but if you watch the WTF moments with King Ross back in the day, you'll see a lot of those. As he used to say, WTF, WTF. There you go. Throwbacks. But yes, that's one of the things. Kevin Dunn could be exclusive to SmackDown.
I'm assuming he's the guy putting it, that's running it, that's the reason. I wouldn't say he's the reason, but when SmackDown is the direction SmackDown's on right now that's because of his production, or is that
production wise? Yes.
So that's him. Okay.
Yeah, he's the head producer for WWE right now.
Well, I like it.
Also, next year, due to the rising, also the Wrestling Observer also reports that because of the success of the Starrcade, even though there's still grumbles about a lot of the unshown stuff, we will get to see more hour specials of house shows in 2019 on the network.
That's okay. I always do like house shows because they're fun.
Yeah, they'll be condensed into a 1 hour format, but we'll be getting more of them. So,
yeah.
Don't you like to hear that?
Because I feel like house shows are more like freeing. Yeah.
Phoenix wrote on his Instagram that he got with a groin injury due to a mistimed spot, and he is set to be back in February or March of 2019.
Oh, by the way, while we're on this topic, Kevin Owens challenged Elton John to a match at WrestleMania after Elton John canceled his show, because apparently Elton John had a show and he canceled it, and that night Kevin Owens and his wife were at the same show that got canceled, and he posted on Instagram that said, "I don't care, thanks for ruining date night, Elton John. You, me, WrestleMania. I fought 70-year-olds before, and I do it again." Hashtag KO Mania 4. And I couldn't help but laugh, because I'm like, I have no words. Like, words kind of failed me at that point.
Well, the next bit of news I have, that's funny. We talked about this. I have a list of stuff specifically that people in WWE cannot work for, and stuff that they can. Names are Ring of Honor, Impact, New Japan, and World of Sports.
Okay.
Things that they can work for is Progress, Evolve, ICW, WXW, Fight Club Pro, Attack Pro, OTT, and Future Shock.
Yeah, I heard about this. I heard about that. Yeah, then, and apparently, like, some stars like Pete Dunne were facing heat for that from, like, fans on Twitter, saying, like, there's something wrong with that. Like, Ospreay even said, well, Ospreay was like, well, who am I going to wrestle in the UK now? So.
I also have reports that Braun Strowman is officially not going to make. Well, this is part of the news that Braun Strowman's elbow injury is going to have him out for TLC.
Oh, great. So we're going to be stuck with Baron Corbin as GM. That's great.
We'll talk about that in a minute. No, he's going to. Right after that, Pro Wrestling Sheet reports that Bray Wyatt was backstage on Raw and has noted on his Instagram that he is ready and willing to return to the ring.
Ooh, that sounds like fun. I always I don't care what anybody says. And
speculation has it Bray Wyatt will be replacing Braun Strowman at TLC.
Yeah.
We may get to see Baron Corbin follow the buzzards.
Well, I'll believe that when I see it. Also, with that being said, I've always loved, I don't care what anybody says, I've always loved his promos. Bray Wyatt's promos.
Me too, but he does such good promos, but then doesn't get shit.
Yeah, I know.
This guy's...
Like, come on. Like, that was like one of the things we talked about. I mean, his in-ring isn't wonderful, but it's like, you know, it's good. It's manageable for a guy's size. Like, I've never seen a guy that size do a bridge like that. That's insane. I don't care what anybody says.
I've seen a guy his size fly like he does.
I'm saying I have it. Well, not I have now, but like before, I'm like, okay, there's
what kind of big guy. You know what kind of big guy I've seen move the way he moves in the ring?
Keith. I was gonna say Keith Lee, but
No, way before that. Adult WCW guy from the late 80s and 1990 in WCW.
who was it?
Mark Calloway.
Wow. For those of you who don't know, that is the man who would become the Undertaker.
He also moved really good in the 90s as the Undertaker.
Exactly.
He was the big man that can move 300-pound, low 300s that can move. Bray Wyatt's in that range.
Wow. So yeah, he can cut promos. What do we think? He says promo, wrestling ability. The fans are gonna love him when he comes back because he was on the high end. He was tagging with Matt Hardy. He was over. So trust me, Bray was over. That was over as Matt at the time, but he was still over.
And I don't have any proof that Luke Harper was actually injured.
Well, okay. So,
and you know, Bray Wyatt is a former WWE World Heavyweight Champion too.
Exactly, that too. Even if it was transitional, but still. Gotta give credit.
Even though it wasn't a terrible program with Randy Orton.
Yeah, gotta give credit where credit is due. He does have a world title belt. He does have a world title under his belt. Can't even deny that, no matter how bad it was.
Then again, I mean, it wasn't any worse than Jinder Mahal's.
Should we really take that from him? I don't think so. I don't think we should take that from him. So, I don't think we should.
But the point is he had a title.
Exactly. So,
but we always thought Bray, because Bray really was never like the Wyatt family was never about titles.
No. They were. I gotta say, I did like their program with the New Day. That was probably one of my favorite things they've done.
One of my least favorite things they did was fucking Wyatt's versus Shield, like for over a year.
Yeah, that was long. That was like unnervingly long for some reason.
It was.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the favorite things.
So, you know, and some of these I really wanted you to talk about because, like, you know, like the Bray Wyatt, man, come on, let him come back and let him actually do stuff.
Yeah, let him come back and, like, if he comes back, let him go over. Because let's face it, we're all getting sick of Baron Corbin. I am anyway. But then again, well, some people say, well, he's a heel. You're supposed to get sick of him. It's like, yeah, I know, but I'm also not supposed to be bored to death.
And all of you people out there who are actually fans of MLW, I do have some news about that.
Oh, is it about Tom Lawler?
I'll let you cover that, but actually it's about MJF.
Okay, what about MJF?
He's out for 6 weeks with a broken elbow.
Ooh, that sucks. That sucks.
Lawler's set to face Simon Gotch at the next time. I can't stand Simon Gotch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Speaking of which,
he's another fucking Ryback.
I was actually about to get to that actually, because what happened was, so Tom Lawler, filthy Tom Lawler. First of all, he got injured. He returned to the Octagon recently and got injured, so that sucks. But in that street fight he had with Sami Callihan, which was great.
Amazing.
Yeah, so you saw it. It was wonderful, wasn't it?
Dude, I've been advertising MLW for a while now.
You have, though. But it was dope. So after the match, Simon Gotch set up Tom Lawler to get jumped by, I guess, a bunch of guys. God, under the what is it? What's that chick's name? Whatever faction low key runs. I don't even know if it's a faction, but it's like a.
I don't even know, dude.
But you know the chick I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but Low-Key's faction is like the most uninteresting part about MLW.
Yeah. Anyway, but it's like, so he does that, and then like he gets jumped by all these guys, and then so I guess that's where that stems from. So that's interesting. So what other news is? Other news. Asuka, for those who didn't see it, Asuka is back in the title picture. My optimism, that hence the title victory.
We talked about that.
Huh?
We did talk about that.
Oh, still, just reminder. Do we have any questions? I want to see if we have any questions.
I'm not asking that question. Thank you.
Oh, was it stupid or was it just messed up?
Do you really want to answer a question about Alexa Bliss and Braun Strowman being in a relationship?
No, but I know it's false. It's not true.
No. I mean, it's like do you think Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss will physically be compatible? I mean, he's like 6 foot, I'll crush you, and she's like 7 foot flat.
Yeah, no, I don't want to get into that. Appreciate the question, but no. What other questions?
WrestleVote says it's okay. That's it. WWE is planning a 6-man TLC match if Strowman can't make it, which it's right now looking like he won't be able to. Bobby Trashley, Drew McIntyre, and Constipated Corbin teaming up against Finn Balor, Elias.
Okay.
But they haven't named the 6th man.
Well, if Braun's not going to be there, then pretty sure it's going to be
possibly Bray.
Yeah. Pretty sure.
I want to see a tag team between Finn and Bray, but I want Finn to do the demon.
Yeah, that'll be cool. Mind you, last year he was Demon Balor against AJ Styles.
Oh yeah, I know.
So that'd be cool. But I feel like he only does that. He only does that for one-on-one matches.
Yeah, but I want to see like a storyline where like the demon's mentioned.
By the way, I guess I know we covered Asuka earlier. Can we just go ahead and have a singles match between Asuka and Sonya Deville? I really think they could tear the house down and give it a chance. I really do. Like, I am so serious when I say that. I believe if given the ability and given the chance, Sonya Deville and Asuka would tear the house down. So I want to see that now. Like that. Like I want that match. I really do. Like,
do you remember? Did you watched Raw, right?
Unfortunately.
Remember that girl, that quote unquote fan that asked Sasha a question about Bayley?
Yeah.
Pro Wrestling PW Insider confirms it was a plan.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh god. What are you doing? What are they doing over there? Anyway?
All right. Boom.
I'm saying WWE. I don't.
I got some Impact news. Good news.
Okay, yay! Impact news.
The Wrestling Observer notes that Impact Wrestling has had talks with Sci-Fi for TV, aka
it used to be Court TV.
And WGN America for
Ooh.
potential.
Like permanent homes, right? To be permanent.
Yeah.
Okay. How's that going?
Sci-Fi Sci-Fi, just as they've had talks, there's further information will be detailed as available.
All right. I hope it's.
But I hope it's Sci-Fi because they're the biggest channel.
They are though. Hopefully.
WGN would be good.
Yeah, but the thing about Sci-Fi is, especially with all the sci-fi stuff that goes down in there, maybe it will get Sci-Fi. That's a. Sorry, that was a terrible joke. I'm so sorry.
Sci-Fi may actually help invite you more for some of the Undead Realm type of stuff.
Exactly. It's like, yeah. So Impact. What do you got here? Well, we have some supernatural stuff going on. They're like, go on. It's like, so one time we had these two chicks go to the underworld, and we had this girl go to the underworld and rescue her friend out from an undead bride.
And people don't have their souls and all this other stuff.
Yeah. And there's go on. Oh, and there's this one wrestler we have called the Demon Assassin. I'm like, what did she do? Well, she got into it with this undead bride, and there was lightning and fire.
Fire.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. He's like,
souls.
Yeah.
And then we have this sinister minister that apparently acts as a devil.
Yeah, it's like,
I'm sold.
Yeah, so let's say sold. It's like we also have somebody that looks like the devil. Sold. We're sold. Where do we sign? Like, come on in. Welcome to Sci-Fi. You guys are right up our alley. Oh, you'll fit right in.
But True TV, I don't really get that, and I get why they're going to WGN. WGN did the All In.
Yeah. He did the pre-show.
Yeah, the pre-show. I still say we should have got it all out Raw.
I want to find to see.
It marketed itself, man. Come on.
It would have, like, everybody who did.
Yeah.
Yeah, people who did. Yeah, Flip Gordon and everybody who didn't get invited to All In, like a select few, just have like a massive street fight. But I feel like that would turn into a riot. Like, you remember the TNA riot way back when, right?
Oh, hell yeah, I was there.
Yeah, I feel like it would turn into that. So, with no clear winner.
I was actually at that show.
Really? How was it? Was it as nuts as it looked?
I got fucking hit in the face with a beer bottle. Not on purpose, but still.
Oh, so, okay, so it wasn't. So it was as crazy as it looked. Because it looked like.
I didn't get a beer.
Because it looked chaotic.
As crazy as it looked.
It looked chaotic. Like, Bully Ray was like beating somebody with a chair. Joe and Lashley were brawling in the locker room, having to be separated. I think somebody almost got hit with a car. There's a lot going on.
I was on the inside of the arena where the fans were getting into it.
The fans were
security, but they had security come down and actually it's the wrestlers come down to actually stop it. It was fucking insane.
How did it start? Like,
to be honest, I don't even know. I was like in the back. It started somewhere like not on the lower parts, like the top 7 rows. It started there, and I don't know what started it.
I'm about to look this up. The TNA riot.
Yeah, because this dude, my friend Kent was there. He was sitting there punching people in the face if they got too close to him. He says, "Back the fuck up! Back the fuck up!"
What year was it in? What year was it in?
Fuck, dude, I don't remember anymore.
It has here says 2009.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was either 9 or 10.
I think the police showed up. The cops showed up.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
They actually had SWAT there.
So what I'm seeing is I'm seeing Bully Ray, the British Invasion. I see Magnus.
Paper Champion.
Yeah. Oh, Devon brawling with the Steiners. Sting throwing stuff. See Kevin Nash in the ring. Christopher Daniels and World Elite are brawling with each other.
All of that was to to settle the crowd down because the crowd started fucking fighting. Like I said, I don't even know what got that started, dude. But like everybody was fighting everybody. They had the wrestlers were like,
oh yeah,
on it, the fans started doing shit.
Yeah, it was the Motor City Machine Guns. Yeah, the Motor City Machine Guns are okay. Now I see Lashley and Joe are in the back trying to kill each other. They're being separated by wrestlers, but they're trying to get at each other really hard.
You know what made that even funnier?
What?
I remember what started it.
Mick Foley. I see Mick Foley just got hit in the face by one of the gates by Kevin Nash. Yeah, Sting and Kevin Nash are going at it now. This is madness right here. James Storm just hit Magnus over the head with a trash can.
Yeah, it was after. The brawl actually got started right around the Lashley Joe fight.
Oh. Yeah, they are. Everybody's kicking the crap out of Magnus. Bully Ray's choking Scott Steiner with a table.
Yeah, they scripted that massive brawl in there just.
This is hell on earth. Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's just another weekly episode of WVPW.
Oh yeah, I think this is when the Motor City Machine Guns and Christopher Daniels were against World Elite. This had to be right around the same time.
Yep.
Magnus and Bully Ray were just having a a chair sword fight. Sting just hit Scott Steiner over the head with another trash can. Yeah, this is chaos right now.
But anyways, Isaac.
Yeah. Anyway,
news I got, man.
You have any other news or no?
No, that's it.
All right. Well, that's it for me. And here come the cops. So.
Final thoughts.
My
final thoughts are. Well, I mean, Tag League is good. It's not enthralling. WVPW season's beatings next Sunday. Golden Champ for. Hashtag Ricky Mess.
I guess so.
You still there?
Yeah, I'm here. It's my turn?
Yeah, and hashtag.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I know. I didn't think you were. Were you still? If you weren't done, please continue by all means.
Oh, I'm done.
Okay.
Because I want to say the.
All right. My final thoughts are. Simple. First, I really love this shirt. I really love this shirt. That's the first thing. Second thing is Final Battle is stacked. The only card probably that'll be more stacked than Final Battle is probably Wrestle Kingdom. Because it's not over yet. We're not even close to confirming all the matches from Wrestle Kingdom yet. January 19th is the next Rise Wrestling event. And Rosemary and Paradise Lost will be defending the Guardians of Rise Tag Team Championships against the Killer Death Machines, which is the team of Jessica Havoc and Nevaeh. I can't remember her last name. But, yeah, that's what's going down at Rise 13. Should be great. Hopefully in January, hopefully then Rosemary will be at 100%. She'll make her return completely. But let's keep our hopes up. And I honestly think at TLC, the match of the night is going to be Asuka versus Becky versus Charlotte in TLC. I'm just calling it now.
The match of the night will be whatever show I'm watching. It's not TLC.
Yeah. So there you go. So those are my final thoughts. That's
Also, instead of stay golden,
that too.
we're not going to say we bid you adieu because I got a much simpler way of saying this.
Okay.
We're going to get out of here. We'll see you all later.
Wow. Speaking of SCU, if you haven't watched this past episode of Being the Elite, do yourself a favor, go watch it. Now that I thought about it, I'm going to go watch it again. It was hilarious. It was absolutely funny. It made me remember why I love these guys. It was funny. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to spoil it. Going to go watch it again. Go watch it yourself. It's great. So until then, you guys have a good night. I'll see you guys next time.
We will see you guys next time.
Yeah. Y'all stay golden.
I'll see you later.